Hello, everyone, for OneWrestling.com. This is Bill Apter. Welcome down to Apter's Alley. And as you know, this is all about everything about sports entertainment, pro wrestling. We discuss it all. And yesterday, I was up all night. I was awake all night in the bathroom, actually. I know this might be too much information, but it's not what you think. I read in the bathroom. I do. And I got this incredible book just yesterday and spent the whole night reading Kenny Bolin's book. Said the title is I Probably Screwed You Too. And I am very, very, very proud to say I am probably one of the few people that has not been screwed by Kenny Bolin. Kenny Bolin, welcome to the Apter Chat.
Well, Mr. Apter, I can't tell you what a thrill, what a absolute enormous moment this is that you finally have me on your show. This has got to be the biggest thrill for you that ever was. How have we gone? I've been in this business 28 years.
Yeah.
How have we gone 28 years and you've never had me on your show? I remember you used to come to the Six Flags shows down in Louisville, Kentucky and write your articles. I don't know that you hardly ever said 6 words to me. I was the biggest star in Ohio Valley. I managed all the greats. John Cena, feuded with Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, The Big Show.
I know.
Managed Mark Henry, The Miz. How did me and you not do the big blockbuster?
Well, I remember the
first.
I remember the first time I met you, and when I was leaving the arena at Ohio Valley, I said, "Take care, Kenny," and you said, "Bill, what? It's been your pleasure to see me." And
I thought it had been.
So, your book, as I mentioned, I probably screwed you too. You have never screwed me.
Bill, that is the one thing that I've heard you bragging to everybody about is that Kenny Bolin has never screwed you.
Correct.
You haven't really given me much of a chance, but let me assure you one thing here, Bill.
What?
Before this interview's done today, I, Kenny Bolin, will have screwed you. I promise you that.
Okay.
Opportunity, son.
So now this book I found very informative, but very entertaining. It's sometimes funny. I really did. So when I asked you to come on the Apter Chat, well, when you called me and you said, "Why the hell haven't I been on the Apter Chat yet, Apter?" I said, "Well, I hadn't gotten the book." So I got the book and
the free book you wanted.
Well,
everyone else paid for their book.
No, I'll gladly pay. We were promoting this, but I asked you. I said earlier today we were emailing together, and I said, "What? You've screwed so many people. There must be like a top 10 I screwed list by Kenny Bolin." And some of the things I read in this book, by the way, were a lot of people are going to think on the level of the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Vince McMahon, Montreal screw job. But you have your own style of screwing people.
I do. In fact, and your people, your producers, your editors, they had gotten with me and they said that you were dying for a top 10 list.
Yes.
Of people or things or items or entrepreneurs or stores or whatever that I've screwed. It's funny you bring up the Montreal screw job because there, as you know, there's 4 different versions of my book out there right now. Not versions, but 4 different covers.
Yes.
There's a 5th cover coming.
Oh.
It's going to be the October edition. It's going to be the I Screwed Not Only You, but Bret Hart too. I'm the one that came up with the program to screw Bret Hart. I gave Cornette that information. I fed it to him for weeks. And Vince McMahon never accepted my idea until the last minute. I never got an ounce of credit for it. Cornette didn't want any credit for it because he was scared to death of Bret Hart. He was scared to death of Shawn Michaels and Triple H and everybody involved. But so Cornette was basically the relay man for me. It was my idea, and I'm going to put it all, the entire story, in a new version of my book already coming out in October. I Probably Screwed You and Bret Hart too. I think it's going to be a great addition. It's going to be an additional chapter, and I'm going to do it in pink for breast cancer awareness. And 100% of the proceeds are going to go directly to the Bolin Foundation because no one else has gotten a cure for cancer. So I'm going to take a stab at it.
That's great. That's very no matter what I've thought about you up until this point of like 5 minutes in here, that's very admirable. So let's get to your top 10 list.
That means a lot to me coming from you. But number 10, Montreal Screwjob.
Enough
said. We've advertised that. Number 9. I got a little bit of heat for this. I had a load of autographed original Chris Benoit pictures. And his name is dirt in the WWE right now. But when I was traveling around in all the towns, my originals got mixed up with my photocopies. So I didn't want to hurt the people's feelings. I wanted to have an original Chris Benoit autograph picture. So I sold them all as originals. But you know what? In a frame, Bill, I sit there and I studied, and I couldn't tell the difference one bit. So number 9, I probably screwed a few people on some Benoit originals. But hey, they got with people.
Okay, let's...
Number 8, kicked my mother out of my home for a higher-paying Australian female tenant.
Really?
Mom was paying $100 a month, and I got offered $4.95 a month from a hot Australian who needed a room and wanted to go to OVW. What would you do, Bill? What would you do? $395 bonus? Turn that down.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even consider that screwing anybody. That's being a businessman. But some people said I screwed my mother. Number 7. This is a tough one. My son is not proud of this. The Great Chuck E. Cheese token scam. I had a friend.
Oh no! Wait a minute. You didn't. Not at Chuck E. Cheese.
I had a friend that was an insider at Chuck E. Cheese, and he used to give me cupfuls of tokens every time I'd go there.
Oh my God!
And it got to the point where I had a trunk full of those tokens, and they had a value, man. I mean, people were coming in paying $25 for 25 tokens. I said, I got an idea. So I went out and I rented me a mouse suit. And I put that mouse suit on and hung in that parking lot. And I gave everybody a $5 break that would buy their tokens from me. So I was picking up $20, saving the customer $5. I didn't really screw the customer. I might have screwed that Chuck E. Cheese and the mouse a little bit, though, because I was making about $250 to $300 a day in a mouse suit selling Chuck E. Cheese tokens. I did that for about 3 years till finally someone caught on to me and I had to get a new mouse suit.
That was you?
That was me. Did you?
I think you may have screwed one of my kids.
I saved your kid $5. Let's call it what it was.
Okay.
God,
right. That's true. That's true. Savings.
Half full, half empty. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The Chevron Oil Company. Well, this may or may not have been me. There was a credit card that was found on the side of the road once. Turned out it was brand new. It paid for gas services, food, soft drinks, and Slim Jims for their approximately about 2 years. Free of charge. Could have been me, may not have been me. My lawyer says to say it that way. Number 5, the great Sony 8mm video camera screw job, I guess you'd call it. I went into Target, I won't say the city, with the full intention of paying for the camera.
Okay.
I walked to the register. It was about 9:05. They closed at 9 o'clock. I had a receipt in my hand for some $5 item I'd bought earlier.
Okay.
The store clerk thought that I had paid for that $1,800 camera, waved me out. I tried to tell him, no, and he kept rushing me. They wanted me out of the store. I tried to pay for the $1,899 camera. They wouldn't let me. So I go home, and I want you to know, Bill, you probably had some experience with 8mm. The camera sucked. So I had to take it back for a full refund. Well, I didn't have the receipt, but fortunately, Target had an unconditional, no questions asked, guaranteed money-back guarantee on any item you return to them, including Tennessee sales. Oh, I said Tennessee sales tax, 8 3/4% at that time. I got back over $2,000 in cash for a camera that, well, it could have been me. My attorney says it could have been me. Could have been a friend.
Unbelievable.
But a lot of money.
By the way, I want to stop you. That was number 5. I want to stop you, by the way, that this is why I was up all night reading these chapters in the bathroom last night, because I couldn't get up. This was so revealing and entertaining.
Well, I hope I helped you at some point.
No, definitely.
I'm trying to help America. Number 4, Vivitar camera scam. Well, I don't like the word scam. The Vivitar camera opportunity. You familiar with service merchandise? Are you familiar with those stores?
Yes, of course.
Well, every now and then they would run a big sale on Vivitar cameras, and you could get them for $19.95.
I actually remember that.
Well, Target, those scam artists, those were the scammers. They were selling those same cameras for $89.95. So what I was doing to get back at Target, because this is before the other thing, to get back at Target, I would buy 5 of those cameras at Service Merchandise, return them all to Target with no questions that, well, it was me or a friend of mine. I can't remember. My attorney says to say it that way.
Yeah, very politically correct.
But we would return those 5 cameras, so I would spend $80, a little less than, and get back with Tennessee sales tax almost $500. That is, come on, man. I don't have to be a mathematical genius to know to do that.
I hope none of the corporate offices of these stores are. I mean, you agreed to do this. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
They're out of business, but that was a good profit return there. Number three. Nintendo game cartridges returned factory sealed. And I hear that, I don't know if this was me or a friend of mine that did this, but they had cassette tapes inside of them instead of game cartridges because they weighed exactly the same. They sounded exactly the same.
Okay.
And that went on for the better part of a couple of years. And I was, me or a friend of mine was getting back $59.95 a game for a 9-cent cassette cartridge. As a matter of fact, you got 3 cassette cartridges for 99 cents.
What a shyster! But go right on.
Invest 33 cents, get back $59.95 plus tax. That was number 3. Number 2. Boy, I'm ashamed of this one.
Wait, you're actually ashamed of one of these?
I'm ashamed of this one. I was following a rock company home. They were hauling rocks from, I was coming home from Louisville, Nashville, Tennessee, the Rockets, my windshield.
Yeah.
The windshield may or may not have already had a small crack in it. I see an opportunity. I said, well, that damn rock company just cracked my windshield. I will call them, and this is being reported to my insurance company. We reported it. Little did I know that a Nissan Pulsar windshield cost $1,395.
Oh my God!
They gave me the option to do what I wanted, pick the company that I wanted to replace it, collected the $1,395. Never fixed the windshield because the crack was very small. Wouldn't you know it, Bill, that I'll be damned if another company, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say damn.
That's okay,
but
damn's fine.
Another company, rock, hit my windshield and expanded the crack that I already had, made it bigger. So I had to report them. And this went on, Bill, 13 times until finally that crack was so big, I actually had to replace that windshield. But that was after collecting $1,395 13 times until my good buddy Jim Cornette said, Kenny, what are you going to do if you ever get the same insurance company twice? And I said, well, they might think I'm some type of a criminal. I can't be labeled. Me? I can't be labeled as such. So I gave it up, and that was the end of that. And number 1.
All right, this is the big one. This is the number 1 screw job that Kenny Bolin has done of all time, and he still hasn't screwed me. But go ahead.
I got these SOBs good. This company fired me. Can you imagine firing me, having Kenny Bolin as an employer, and firing him? They fired me on my birthday, March the 16th, 1980, Kroger. But opportunity came up a little later. They come up with a thing called the double your money back meat guarantee. If you buy meat from us, you don't like it, we'll double your money back. Well, guess what, Bill? I bought a $100 chute tube of pork loins. They were about $100 to $109. I don't like pork loins, but I said, I'll try them. And then if I don't like them, I'll return them and get my money back.
Yeah.
So what I did is I cut that meat in half, and then I separated it in the middle, and we had a nice dinner for our neighbors. And I would take the receipt and one half of the meat to one Kroger and get double my money back. And then I would take the package with the price. Well, me or a friend of mine. I can't remember who. And we would take that to another store and get double our money back. So it was actually the quadruple your money back meat scam. Well, Jerry Jarrett called it a meat scam. Jimmy Cornette called it what it is, a meat opportunity.
A meat opportunity, of course. Clever wording.
Thank you. Thank you. Jimmy Cornette comes up with one every now and then.
Yeah.
But I invested $109, give or take, whatever price we could get. And on your return with Tennessee sales tax, you would get back $4.50, $4.60. A good return on your dollar. You can't find any investors that'll do that. And no shame there. Kroger had it coming. That lasted for about 5 years. I turned it into a 3-state regional territory. I ran it as tighter than Nick Goulas. I taught people how to do it. And you know who screwed it up?
Who?
You know who put it in? My mother. My mother wanted to go to Florida and wanted me to give her the money. I said, well, I won't give you the money, but I'll let you earn the money. And I took her to a Kroger, and that wham, there she goes, $225 right off the bat. One more, Mom, and then you got about $500 to go to Florida on. I want you to know she got caught by the manager, who happened to have followed her to the other Kroger, caught her red-handed, escorted her out, told her never to come back shopping in there again. She stood out there crying, broke and penniless. They took her money, took my meat, and I actually lost $109 on that deal.
Oh, I feel sorry for you.
That may have led to me kicking my mother out when I did. I think I had some angry thoughts about what happened there. And
that was incredible. And by the way, you mentioned our buddy Jim Cornette, and this is a terrible pun, but you know he was always involved in some sort of racket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kenny, I want to thank you
Well, don't
so much.
thank
And
me.
by the way, wait.
No.
Before, we're not letting you go yet. Where can people find this book? Obviously on Amazon. I've seen it there next to my book.
Amazon, doing very well on Amazon.com. As a matter of fact, it was the #1 trending wrestling biography here about a week or two ago.
Yeah.
You can get it on JimCornette.com. We had a bit of a dispute on the forward in the book. My attorney agreed to allow the book to be sold on Jim's website. He gets half the money.
Okay.
You can get it through me on Facebook. Also, I've got my Beats and headphones. Are those gorgeous? Wouldn't you love to have them? We have.
I would love a pair of those, but you send me the book for free, so I'll pay for those.
Okay, Louisville versus Clemson tonight, a big ball game here. My DVD.
Well, wait. That ball game, we're not sure when this is being aired as yet, so the game may have already happened. You know, so
may have already, but you're very good. You should have aired this live. I mean, this is an exclusive
I would
interview
love
with
to.
Ken
I'd
Bolan.
love to.
And one of the other covers of the book, I mean, just there's so many out there. There's like 4 different ones, 5 coming.
It's a lot of BS. It's a lot of BS. Bolin services.
And there's going to be a Christmas edition. You can get any of those things through me at Facebook. I'm on there as Kenny Starmaker Bolan or /Starmaker Bolan, just like I am.
Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter.
What's your Twitter handle?
/Starmaker Bolan. I keep it nice and easy for even the most simple-minded of fans.
All right, Kenny, I want to thank you very much. You're one of the most interesting guests we've ever had here at the Apter Chat. And I want to say that remain unscathed. And you know my book is...
Oh, yeah, I see that
so I've remained unscathed, unscrewed.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is the title of your book again, Bill?
I'm sorry, what?
What is the title of your book again? What's the title of that?
Is Wrestling Fixed?
I didn't know it was broke. Bye, Bill. I screwed you too after.
Screwed by Kenny Bolan. We'll see you at the matches. Unbelievable.